Street lamps cut a fractured light. Rain slid thin along the brick, turning every shadow thick. My hand stayed low inside the coat, where metal pressed against the throat of every thought I did not trust, every choice lined sharp with rust. The silence there was not at peace. It moved like something without release. A distant engine crossed the square, then left the whole street colder there. I heard my own breath in the seam between the dark and factory steam, and every second standing still began to sound like loaded will. Cold fingers learn what nights conceal. Some truths are already steel. Cold steel midnight in my hand, like a vow I understand. No trumpet sounds, no warning drum, just hell breath waiting for what's come. The street keeps score, the stones all know which names survive, which names don't go. A shutter moved above the lane, then closed itself against the rain. The city always watches first before it speaks of what was worse. My shoes stayed fixed against the drain, as if the ground absorbed the strain, and every scar beneath the cuff reminded me I'd seen enough. The barrel caught the lantern flare, a narrow gleam against the air. Not pride, not fury, not display, just one more line that shaped the day. Some men shout loud before they act. I learned the quieter form of fact, that danger often enters slow and leaves before the sirens know. No prayer near, no hand above, only pulse and lack of love. Cold steel midnight in my hand, like a vow I understand. No trumpet sounds, no warning drum, just hell breath waiting for what's come. The street keeps score, the stones all know which names survive, which names don't go. If dawn arrives unchanged again, it does not mean this night was thin. Some wars begin without a cry. Inside the hand that won't ask why. A match burned down beside my shoe, a brief red spark, then nothing new. The fog returned across the rail, soft enough to blur the tale. Still I remained until first light, half in shadow, half in night, because some choices once begun outlive the smoke, outlive the gun. Cold steel midnight in my hand, still heavier than I had planned. No choir waits, no peace is won, just one more war before the sun. And every stone beneath my feet remembers where the dark and I meet. The rain kept falling through the lane, and morning came, but not the same. Moonlight fell across the yard, silver thin and iron hard. The cobblestones held rain like glass, reflecting names that would not pass. A shadow leaned beside the rail, long enough to tell a tale of every deal that built these walls and every night that shaped these halls. Sharpened steel, the thing that cut before it healed. The city learned that measured tone. A man can rule and stand alone. Yet every crown I ever raised came wrapped in smoke and borrowed praise. And every floor beneath my feet still answered low with hidden heat. Some thrones are built to hide a trust. Some crowns begin already dust. Every throne becomes a flame. Every victory has a name. Shadow crowns don't rest or sleep. They mark the vows a man must keep. Darkness stays where power clings and teaches silence how to stay. The streets below my window burned with lamps and deals the city learned. A carriage rolled through factory haze like memory crossing older days. The whiskey near the ledge shone, amber soft against the stone. But even gold inside a glass cannot persuade the past to pass. A revolver waited in the drawer, silent as on nights before. Not threat, not pride, just one more sign that power sharpens over time. The higher up the staircase goes, the lesser room admits and knows. And every portrait on the wall looks half prepared to watch you fall. Power bends, but never frees. It leaves its weight inside the knees. Every throne becomes a flame. Every victory has a name. Shadow crowns don't rest or sleep. They mark the vows a man must keep. Darkness stays where power clings and teaches silence how to stay. If this crown breaks, it breaks in place, still leaving marks no time erases. Some kings survive not by release, but learning how to sit with grief. Near dawn the chimneys turned to gray, and night withdrew but not away. The city breathed in muted steam, half machine and half old dream. I touched the glass, eyes straight and slow, the kind of calm old rulers know. Not peace, not pride, not anything, just how cold it gets to rain. comes a flame still burning softly through my name. Shadow crowns remain too deep, even when the streets fall asleep. Darkness moves where power stays and lingers long through thinner days. Fades, the crown remains. Like something wounded, dark and thick. It drags the moon in broken lines and stains the stones with older time. I stand where rust has claimed the rail, where fog moves slow and faces pale. The water knows what men conceal. It keeps what even graves can't seal. Watch the war return at night, inside the current stripped of light. Each ripple carried fractured sound, like boots that never left the ground. The names I buried years before still rise beneath that blackened shore. Not loud, not clear, but close enough to make the breathing harder up. No priest comes near, no bell will ring. Some rivers learn what war can bring. Black water calling under iron skies, holding the dead where memory lies. No mercy drifting down this stream, just drowned out prayers and severed dreams. The current pulls through bone and name and leaves each man less than he came. No holy light, no hand above, just dark enough to swallow love, to swallow love. Crosses lean beside the bank, their wood gone soft, their colors blank. Some carved too deep, some barely there, like grief itself forgot to care. A coat once left upon the post still hangs like some unfinished ghost. And every gust that hits the seam sounds like a voice I knew in steam. I light one cigarette, it bends, the ember red against the wind. A small defiance in the cold, the kind surviving soldiers hold. Because when all the shells were done and daylight proved what war had won, the quiet came more sharp than lead and nested hard inside the head. The river waits, it never pleads, it only takes what silence feeds. Black water calling under iron skies, holding the dead where memory lies. No mercy drifting down this stream, just drowned out prayers and severed dreams. The current pulls through bone and name and leaves each man less than he came. No holy light, no hand above, just dark enough to swallow love. If saints still breathe beneath this tide, they learn long back not how to hide. No wings survive where currents bend, only voices without end. And every sin I thought had drowned still circles when the night comes round. Far off the city glows in smoke, a blurred out promise, tired joke. The factories hum, the chimneys lean like old machines that dream obscene. Yet here below the bridge's spine, the world feels stripped of all design. Just river breath and iron rain, and all the weight that stayed from pain. Dark stays wide, and all I lost still walks beside. No sane returns, no dead erased, just river black and war face gray. Silver through the rain, my fingers rest against the frame like they remember every name. They have it breathes a narrow code, a kind of silence hard to know. And somewhere near a window shakes like even glass knows what awaits. my palm, heavy as unfinished calm. No glory here, no sudden pride, just something sharp I cannot hide. And I keep stretching like a wire, thin between control and fire. And every breath I draw too slow feels like a truth I already know. One step forward, one pause late. Every second, test what waits. Cold skin, steel heat. A war begins beneath my feet. No trumpet sounds, no warning drum. Just this held breath before what's come. The street remembers long after sound and leaves its echo on the ground. Silent drifts from blocks away and folds itself back into gray. A shutter moves, a dog grows still. The city pauses by sheer will. I hear my heart beat through the sleeve, a quiet thing that will not leave. And in that beat, 1,000 nights return half buried under lights. There was a time I named as fear, now it stands familiar here. Not enemy, not faithful friend, just something waiting at the bend. The barrel catches fractured light, like frozen thought against the night. And all the words I never said move sharp and low inside my head. No prayer offered, no eyes above, only choices without love. Cold skin, steel heat. A war begins beneath my feet. No trumpet sounds, no warning drum, just this held breath before what's come. The street remembers long after sound and leaves its echo. Unchanged, it will not mean the dark was tamed. Some battles happen without noise inside the hands that make their choice. No banner falls, no headline runs, still something ends when night is done. The wind cuts through the final hour, thin as smoke, stripped of power. A match burns out beside the curb, small enough to not disturb, yet somehow all the dark around feels shaped by that brief fading sound. And I stand still until it dies with half the city in my eyes. Cold skin, steel heat, another dawn beneath the feet. No crowd will know, no bells will ring. What silence cost, what shadows bring. The street remembers climbs the broken wall, the metal cools, but not at all. The river moved beneath the bridge, black as coal and twice as thick. It caught the lamps in shattered gold, then dragged him south through iron cold. The rail above gave out a cry, a midnight train against the sky, and every sound along that band felt like something without end. The bank was cut by boot-worn clay, where barges slept through dying gray. A post leaned hard beside the reeds, wrapped in rope and rusted beads. I stood there long enough to know some waters keep what men let go, and every current near my shoe looked like a thing that once was true. Every wound I never named returns here almost just the same. Tide, no bridge stays whole, no timber lasts. The deeper truths move cold and fast. Scarred line rivers, iron deep, carrying vows I could not keep. I threw a cigarette away, the ember float then fade. A brief red spark against the stream, like one last fragment of a dream. The factories beyond the rise release their smoke in broken lines, and all of Birmingham behind, a blood like memory in the mind. Return across the rail, not clear enough to fully tell whether it came from wind or past, or things that never truly passed. The war still stirs in narrow ways inside the nerves beneath the days, and every scar beneath the cuff feels older when the night is rough. The water knows what steel forgot, what blood remembers, what time does not. Scarlet River, dark and wide, holding ghosts beneath the tide. No bridge stays whole, no timber lasts. The deeper truths move cold and fast. Scarline River, I'm deep, carrying vows I could not keep. Stay dry and drown in pain. Near dawn the lamps grew thin and pale. Mist climbed low across the rail. The city woke in muted steam, half machine and half bad dream. Yet still the river kept its tone, something ancient fully known. dark line cutting through the land, as if it held me where I stand. Scarlet River, dark and wide, still turning memory with the tide. No bridge returns, no current sleeps, and every loss runs buried deep. Scarlet River, black and slow, keeps the names I cannot throw. The train moves on, the water stays, and drags old wounds through newer days.
I walk beyond the factory line, where broken rails forgot their shine. The ground was damp with coal and rain, a blackened field that kept old names. No map folded inside my core, just memory sharp enough to know which patch of earth had sunk too slow, as if it guarded what below. A rusted shovel caught the light, thin moon across the edge at night. The kind of tool that knows the weight of things men hide from law and fate. Each strike I gave the frozen clay returned a sound too hard to stray, and every layer open wide like ears refusing still to hide. They chase applause, I chase what stayed. Truth grows quiet but never fades.
Gold beneath ashes waits unseen, under places cold and mean. No church bell near, no mercy told, just earth made hard around old gold. I don't retreat, I don't unfold, some truths arrive already cold.
My hands were black before the dawn, the nails lined dark, the skin half torn. The coat I wore held smoking frost like every mile and what it cost. Some men sell faith in cleaner rooms, I trust what lingers under gloom, because the ground beneath this town still knows who rose and who went down.
A watch chain surface first in mud, then button stiff with dried old blood.
A broken ring, a pocket blade, half swallowed where the years had laid. No treasure shines the way they claim, most buried things return with blame, and every object pulled to where brought some forgotten witness there. The wind moved low, the rail stayed still, some graves are shallow by their will.
Gold beneath ashes waits unseen, under places cold and mean. No church bell near, no mercy told, just earth made hard around old gold. I don't retreat, I don't unfold,
quotes, untruths arrive already cold. If you hear steel against the ground where no one else would stay around, that rhythm means I'm still below, pulling names from very slow. Near dawn the smoke returned again, the mills awoke like iron men. The city breathed above my back while I still work the deeper black, because some wealth is never bright, it sleeps beneath forgotten night. And every scar I ever wore taught what digging still is for. Gold beneath ashes, dark and old. Not every fortune glitters gold. Some things survive by staying cold, by waiting years to finally show. And when the ground gives up its hold, it speaks in ash before in gold. The shovel stopped, the morning came, but dirt still answered to my name.
The bottle's low, the room leans late, smoke hangs thin above the grate. A promise broke some years ago, and never asked where it should go. My coat still smells of rain and cold, of midnight deals and unpaid toll. I speak enough to close the door, but never what I'm drinking for. The floorboards know my measured pace, they learned it long before this place. A chair across the table waits like something patient next to fate. The fire bends but does not fail, its smallest light still tells a tale. There's some men cool along the skin while carrying furnace heat within. No priest arrives, no bell is near, some truths stay calm when shaded by fear. I'm cut from bone and whiskey, air, a steady hand, a vacant stare. No saint above, no peace beneath, just breath that learned to bargain grief. I walk with fate, I know its sound, and keep my silence close to ground. Wow. The wolves I knew stopped circling years, they smell too much beneath the fear. Because I never learned to run, I learned instead to face the gun. A drawer half open by the lamp keeps cold steel where the wood is damp. Not pride, not threat, just one more sign of nights that sharpen spine by spine. Outside the alley takes the rain and gives it back through window pane. A carriage passes, wheels run slow, then leave the dark exactly so. The city breathes in factory steam, half machine and half bad dream. And every sound beyond the wall feels like a name I still recall. Give me a storm, give me strength, some men survive by naming pain. I'm cut from bone and whiskey, air, a steady hand, a vacant stare. No saint above, no peace beneath, just breath that learned to bargain grief. I'll it comes to pale like mercy told through eager tales. I trust the night, it speaks more plain than daylight dressed to soften pain. The bottle empties near first light, ash gathers white beside the night. I watch the flame reduce to thread, and hear old thoughts go through my head. No prayer begins, no pardon starts, just iron patience in the dark. Because some men were never built for gentle years or lighter guilt. I'm cut from bone and whiskey breath, still close enough to smile at death. No saint returns, no dead undone, just smoke that lingers after dawn. And when I leave, don't lower light, I belong more to the night. The glass lies still, the embers dim, but something hard still burns within. Oh, oh. I walk through ash where the lost men kneel, where the broken glass still remembers steel. No north, no sign, just a fading trail, a crooked moon in a pocket full of nails. Under iron skin, every stone I turn pulls a ghost within. No priest, no hymn, no hand to guide, only hollow wind and the earth beside. They want crowns, they want names, I want truth. Without the frame, there's hollow fire, wonder what decays, a silent spark that outlives days. I don't bend, I don't slow, I was carved by the undertow. And hollow fire still burns below. My boots sink down in forgotten clay. Every scar I keep has a price to pay. They trade bright lights in a market loud. I keep my breath far beneath the crowd. The night grows deep when the cold arrives, but I learn young how the dark survives. No gold inside, no promise near, just a pulse of stone and a taste of fear. They chase light through painted skies. I trust dirt, it when the wind turns black. Some lose faith and don't come back, but every hope I leave behind marks the shape of a restless mind. There's hollow fire beneath the cold. Not every treasure was made of gold. I don't run, I don't fold, even when the night gets old. That hollow fire still takes hold. So let it rain, let silence fall. I keep digging through it all. No light, no throne, no voice to call. Just hollow fire beneath it all. Cracked glass waves beside my hand, like it knows more than I have planned. The table shakes with every train that drags its arm through the rain. I gave up names I used to keep, left them buried where the shell runs deep. No sermon stayed, no blessing held, just smoking scars that never quill. The coat I wear still smells of fire, and nights that climbed a little higher. Every bruise became a mark, every road turned after dark. I learned young not to ask for light, just trust the shape of coming night. And if regret comes through the door, it finds me standing like before. No silver cross, no borrowed breath, just steady hands and room for death. I'm built from iron and whiskey smoke, from half-kept vows and words that broke. No saints above, no peace beneath, just a man who grins with tired teeth. I walk with storms, I sleep with doubt, and let the cold keep burning out. Whatever waits below the earth can measure what my silence is worth. The dog barked once outside at dawn, and all at once the sound was gone. The town still slept behind shut blinds, like everybody feared their minds. I lit one match and watched it lean against the dark and kerosene. Small flames, no more than men admit. They rise because they won't submit. There's powder dust beneath my nails and old receipts from county jails. A faded card, a bent upbringing, and all the weight such objects bring. The wolves I knew grew lean with time, still pacing close but staying blind. sky splits wide tonight. Let it carve me in its light. If the past comes back in flame, it will still arrive too late for shame. I have stood where mercy failed, heard the prayer and watched it pale. Still the dark and I agree, not all men were built to flee. Morning comes like something old, it's slow and hard along the road. The chair still leans where I once sat. The room remembers more than that. No grand goodbye, no final speech. Some truth stay just beyond your reach. And every breath I still possess comes rough but clean, no less, no less. I'm built from iron and whiskey smoke, a stubborn pulse that never broke. No saints above, no peace beneath. Still laughing through these battered teeth. I walk with storms, I greet the dust beat, 'cause the dark has earned my trust. And if the grave should call my name, I'll meet it standing just the same. Leave the glass where morning finds her. Leave the door unlocked behind. No need for tears, no need for wreaths. Just iron blood and whiskey breath.
Rain leaned hard against the glass, like old accounts that would not pass. A factory horn beyond the square broke the stillness hanging there. The lamp above my desk burned low, throwing gold where ledgers show. Names I bought and names I lost, every line marked out a call. The whiskey shook before it stilled, amber catching what night spilled. My hand stayed steady after years of hiding weight instead of fear. The chair across from mine stayed bare, though memories still sat there. And every room inside this place held silence like inherited grace. Some men inherit land, some inherit blame, some build a throne and lose their name. Raise a glass above this throne for all the nights I ruled alone. Velvet smoke and iron breath, the gentleman rehearsing death. No choir sings, no curtain falls, just shadows moving through these walls. A revolver
slept inside the drawer, untouched but known like nights before. Not pride, not threat, not there for show. Just one more truth the dark should know. Outside the cars move slow and late, a coded knock beyond the gate. The city waited in the rain like it had learned my kind of pain. The higher up these windows climb, the less the room obeyed at time. A portrait leaned above the fire, watching smoke climb thin and higher. Every promise I once gave now sounded hollow, sharp and gray. Because the deeper power goes, the less of daylight someone knows. Power sits well dressed, but never sleeps, and every crown cuts where it keeps. Raise a glass above this throne for all the nights I ruled alone. Velvet smoke and iron breath, a gentleman rehearsing death. No choir sings, no curtain falls, just shadows moving through these walls. Power builds its rooms from flame and teaches silence every name. No crown stays light, no gold stays kind. Some victories poison what they bind. Thin gray light touched the window rim. The city breathed in factory steam, half machine and half bad dream. I drained the last inch from the glass and watched another night collapse. Still dressed the same, still standing straight, as if composure altered fate. Raise a glass above this throne for all the names now carved in stone. Velvet smoke and iron breath, still pacing softly next to death. No bells arrive, no peace is shown, just whiskey warm and polished bone.